So this is my advent calendar. Number 7. The 7th today. Should put a timestamp on it. Damn.
Yeah. 1 week down.
So a little. Oh, you're the gift that keeps on giving. Not technically true.
A little present shaped chocolate.
Hello, everyone.
Is it chocolate orange or are they?
Yeah. But nice. Man, there's a citrus explosion going on here. Snow is falling all around me. Children playing, but most importantly, having fun. Thanks. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Book of Noel. My name's Joe. We're very lucky to have Connolly. He's just had you got like an hour-long lunch break from your lumberjack job, haven't you?
Yeah.
Nice one.
And I lost a finger on the chainsaw.
Oh, very good. Nutkins.
Good joke.
The geese are getting fat, and my gut is too. Advent calendars windows are opening at a rate of knots, and we have a Book of Noel for you all to share with all the family. As I say, this is Connell. I'm Joe. We're not going to dilly-dally here. Well, we kind of have with that whole Advent calendar nonsense, but I have a lot to say about this. So no pleasantries. Let's get into it. It's Connell with his canopsis.
A man with the patience of a saint and the voice of Mr. Tumble discovers there's no Wi-Fi in the farmhouse he inherits from his dad and takes that out on his kids. He's a single dad with 5 children, of all numbers. His wife's dead, and he's failing miserably. Kids are eating vegan lollies for breakfast. He's making fry-ups on a school day. Going wrong there, son.
He's failing miserably? Because I think he looked quite successful.
Nah.
Come on, he's got that big house in London. He's got to give a pitch to save everyone's jobs. He's doing all right.
He's a twat, mate.
I didn't say he wasn't.
Yeah, anyway, the kids are always late for school, much so that the head teacher stops him in the car park, and he gives her this much respect, like, talk to the hand, Mrs.
Yeah.
Well, I don't give a shit about you. Yeah. The kids are fucking thick when they get there as well.
Yeah.
The head teacher kind of implies you need to sort your kids because they're not taking it in. They're thick. Yeah, he's dropping balls at work as well. He's turning up late, missing deadlines. You know, he's got this last chance at writing a pitch to beat the Vanderhouse pitch, whatever the fuck that means. Yeah,
they always get the big deals.
He gets a letter off a mysteriously weird as fuck postman who kind of grooves him a little bit. It tells him he's inherited his dad's farm. He goes and checks it, blah, blah, blah. Bing, bang, bong, whatever they say. He nearly kills a woman / vet on a horse. It turns out she's that woman from 2 Pints of Lager. So that's nice, isn't it? You know, the one with the squeaky voice.
You've got so many, like, classic actors in this.
Yeah.
You've got extras, 2 Pints, Victoria Wood, the lot of it, man.
Worse than I expected to see. It turns out that the farm he's inherited stinks, and he owes loads of money from it to the vet, I assume, which is true of all farms that I've ever been to. They like money pits and they stink of shit. They meet this special needs guy in the stable called Beano. And that's where this film takes a fucking turn. Yeah, a wrong turn.
Oh, God. I hate Beano so much.
He's like Robin Williams, but unfortunately alive. He's annoying as fuck, loud as fuck, and thick as fuck. He lives in the stable, even though all the other villagers really profess to love him, but none of them will give him a bed for the night. Not even once. Like, you can't stay over, Beano. You've got to sleep outside again. We want you to sleep outside because we want you to die. That's what it is. Beano introduces the family to the village at the village pub. Oh, God. Everyone pops up like it's fucking Postman Pat or whatever. Everyone's got a job or a hobby, which is pretty much their entire personality. We learn that we need to keep this farm open because the village without a farm is like the village square without a Christmas tree. Which to me sounds absolutely fine. You'll get by.
Gonna be January soon.
Yeah. They bully and coerce him into taking on this failed business that owes money. With no obvious income like livestock or milking cows or like fuckloads of chickens or whatever. There's no money coming in and there's no prospect of any money coming in, but you must keep it open. And they go into like this Wicker Man-esque kind of
put that
bullying system that they've got. They like all come together and like get a bit threatening with how much they want this shit to stay on.
Do the threatening through song a lot of time.
Yeah, a bit. Yeah, but this time it's a fucking hoedown.
Oh, right. Oh, God.
He tries
Have you
to sell
finished yet? Because I really want to get going with it.
Tries to sell it to some people who are desperate to be the burglars from Home Alone, but they're just two nondescript actors playing developers, which is a nice job title, I guess.
Yeah.
And the village just bombard them with assault of eggs, pig shit, paint cans. I don't know.
A nail on the step that he stands on in his bare feet.
He wants to sell up and fuck off, but can't because of some legal loophole that Grumpy, an actual character's name that's not Snow White, Grumpy tells him you can't because whatever reason. It's
Connell, the legal document said, it says here, you can have the farm, but you're not allowed to sell it on. There has never been a legal document ever made where that was a clause on it. I think that's in Magna Carta that you can't do that. It's been established a long fucking time.
Could you imagine taking on that? Like, so I can never leave. I can take on the financial burden that this is.
It's like Hotel California. You can check out, but you can never leave.
Yeah, you can never leave. Like League of Gentlemen.
I hated this film. I hated it with everything I've got. I'm not going to lie to you. This is not only the worst film we've ever covered on. We've done about 20 films now, haven't we? It's the worst film we've ever done. It's in the 10 worst films I've ever seen.
Yeah,
easily. It could be top 5. I despise this film. Oh, it's not for you. It's a Christmas film. It's for. Trust me, that's for me. I hated it with the burning passion of 1,000 panthers. I despised this.
They don't make it clear that the demographic is children until you're like way too far in and committed to turn it off. You're like, oh, fuck.
Oh, man alive.
Like, idiot. And then,
for a start, Christmas on Mistletoe Farm. Who's farming mistletoe?
Yeah, and why is it such an insignificant part of the whole film? Like, the title is Mistletoe Farm, yet we see mistletoe and talk about it for less than a minute.
No, they do. Like, it's got magical powers, doesn't it? It's magical properties. Because when people stand under it, they kiss. Isn't that just mistletoe?
This is magic because they fall in love. Yeah.
So it's a parasite. Doesn't it kill all the trees it munches on? I'll come down Spitalfield City Farm and stroke the lovely leeches. What did you think of the lead character?
I hated him.
Like an Emmerdale Reese Shearsmith, isn't he?
Yeah, he tried his best. I'll give him that.
It's he and the whole
there's no
show,
saving it.
But mainly him had that really annoying British comedy quality of, what?
Work to do, haven't I?
It's your film, brother. Tell me the fucking story.
The main character.
Oh, God, it got me mad.
The music was better than I expected. And I watched the whole film and the music stood out to me. It was almost exactly the same as Home Alone's music.
I hated the music with everything I've got.
2 notes or something.
The music wouldn't stop. The music was just constant. It just went. It was like being fucking stalked by the Berlin Symphony Orchestra because it was just constant. Oh God.
Yeah.
I'm furious that I had to watch this piss. This was your suggestion as well. Oh man, it's like the director, who's also the writer. She did Dude, Where's My Donkey? Nativity 3, Dude, Where's My Donkey? She did Nativity as well, that Mr. Poppy character, who's essentially Beano. They're the same annoying dickhead. It's like the director said, so, like on the 10th take, she went, right, that's great, but for this take, could you just do it more dickhead? Because everyone drove me mad. Ashley Jensen, she's been in good stuff. She was in Extras. I've seen her in other things. She's been perfectly pleasant.
Embarrassing Bodies. Your voiceover on that, wasn't you? And I like that. It had that funny doctor with the funny face on. Muscle Doctor, I call him. I don't know his real name.
To paraphrase Tolstoy, all Christmas characters are the same, but all dickhead Christmas characters are dickheads in their own way. And in this, every single one annoyed me for a different reason. It was so pleased with itself. It was so smug. It wasn't funny.
It was far from funny.
Yeah. Oh, man. The ages of the kids confused me because they're all kind of the same age.
Yeah. I'd not even thought about that, but yeah.
5 of them, and they're all essentially non-identical twins. I think they pulled a logical fast one. They explained what they all were to each other. But I think they just said that so that all of the producers' kids could be in it. Because that's what it is, isn't it? The richest kids at drama school.
There's no need for 5 kids in that film.
One.
There's
one is all you need.
Kids. Yeah, one is enough. Because they don't really interact with each other ever. They don't really say much.
And there's no way a single dad of 5 is taking the risk on a farm in Britain over a job in the city.
Yeah.
Like, with the end of EU subsidies for farmers, some of them are, you can't get immigrant worker in anymore. Don't worry, Beano will do it.
And Beano will do fucking everything.
Apparently. Oh, yeah. Oh, Christ on a bike. It's terribly written. Shall we just go to a farm that's ours now? Essentially, there's no motivation. Why does he go to the farm? Should we just go to this farm? Yeah, all right, it's ours. There's no threat. There are no stakes. He's got an important pitch to deliver. He gets given a farm. They stay at the farm. He gets off with the dippy one from 2 pints of lager and a packet of crisps. That's it. It's a tale as old as time. It staggers me how this got made.
It depresses me how this got made because, like, we've tried pitching things together, trying to get your foot in the door. We don't want much. We're not asking for £1 million. We're asking for, a little bit of time on someone's airwaves. It's nothing major. Can we get that? Can we fuck? But 5 little kids, producers' kids, can get on a film that should never have existed in the first place.
Well, that's it, Nick. Like, why do they go? He's got a really important job that other people's jobs are depending on. He's a really important bloke. If, like, you could see from that shot about 10 people are all looking like, come on, you've got to get this done. He goes off to live on a farm, a famously easy breezy, footloose, fancy-free job. I think farming is pretty time intensive. In fact, it's so difficult and important a job that we change our fucking clocks twice a year to accommodate your workload. Oh no, I'll just go there to write this important pitch that other people's frigging livelihoods are depending on. You selfish arse, this man.
Yeah.
They really lean into the orphan stuff as well. This has been the most orphan heavy Christmas I've ever had. Crazy.
Those kids know how to lay it on thick.
Oh my God. The emotional blackmail. It's like a McDonald's advert, the emotional blackmail in this bloody thing.
And they've kind of gaslighted him into believing that mum's a star in the sky, and every time you look up, she's judging you. And she can
put a star for her.
No, she's dead, man. Just get over it. She's dead.
And have you seen the night sky wherever they live? It's like they're looking through Hubble's telescope.
Yeah.
I've been to the countryside in the Lake District, in Yorkshire, in the West Country, and it's never looked like that. There's a bit of light pollution, madness. There's no Wi-Fi. He says after realizing there's no water, oh, there's no Wi-Fi on the farm. Maybe ring ahead.
The way he speaks to those kids as well is unacceptable.
Yeah.
There's no Wi-Fi. There's no Wi-Fi. Well, what's the problem with that? Because there's no Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
You don't deserve to have kids, fella. You're talking to them like shit and you're putting Wi-Fi above them. Yeah? Do you know what's more important? Getting the breakfast ready, making sure that they're warm in that house. Wi-Fi should be at the bottom of your list, son.
Yeah. Or stay in London where there's loads of it.
Yeah.
Oh, tell you what though, Con. Imagine having a hamster in your lunchbox. How did he come up with this?
That's actually happened ever.
Yeah, oh, it's like a ham sandwich. I think he makes that joke, doesn't he?
Yes, he does make that joke.
Yeah. It really smacks to me, this, of the producers going, well, we've got to make a Christmas film. They make a fortune. Oh, Debbie could write it. She could direct it too. Oh, I'll tell you what, your little Ethan, your little Sophie, they could be in it. It's just some fucking London businessmen with hair down to their collars and jean jackets on, saying like, oh, I hate it. I hate this film.
Well, there's loads of bits that I want to talk about, but one bit that I remember, that 2 pints lass said, she's on the horse and she shouts at him in his car, going, horses have right of way in country roads. No, they don't. There's no difference between road laws in London and out of London. The one law covers the whole country. Yeah. Slight changes in Wales, maybe some in Scotland, but on the whole, it's the same laws that apply from Land's End to John O'Groats.
Total piece of work, like just mouthing off. Like, well, I'm going to save face. That's what's important. That I save face.
I don't want to kill a woman on a horse, but you know, if you fucking cross me, I've got a car. This has got like 15 horsepower. I don't know how many horsepower cars have, but it's got more than one. Yeah, and
you've got one horse space power. I've got 14 horse, no space power. Oh.
No space. Do you know how fast no space is? Boom, it's fast as fuck, man.
I haven't got time to press the space bar. That's how fast it's going.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just knew. I just could feel it in my marrow. I could feel a wacky neighbour's about to come along.
God.
You like that? I can tell. And his hand rose up out of the bloody hay. He's like, called it. Beano, we've mentioned him. He is a danger to society. Seriously, there's a reason he works on farms. He's not working anywhere where you need a CV. He was one of the worst characters I've ever seen in cinema. It was dreadfully performed, awfully written.
The worst.
I can't
It's like someone's watched Modern Family and gone, Cam's a really funny character. Let's write our own Cam jokes.
There was a bit of crossover there, wasn't there?
And they've failed to think, oh, maybe the actor is a major part of that talent, and it complements the writing very well. He delivers it very well, and then they've gone, we'll badly write some Cam jokes, and then we'll get a fucking piece of shit actor from nowhere to deliver it. That'll work. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. Exactly.
This director, Debbie Islet, I think her name is. I think it's that. She pulled the same trick with Mr. Poppy. I didn't like Mr. Poppy either. I thought he was annoying. It's clear that this director thinks that this is a character that speaks to kids on their level. I'm the father of an 8-year-old. I know for a fact that she would find him patronizing and find him speaking down to her. Just talk to me like an adult. Why aren't you doing any real work? Why are you dressed like a novelty sock? Why are you being an arse?
Everyone was dressed bright, weren't they? It was like a kaleidoscope.
Yeah, you go into that village and you're kind of driving along and you knock the door down. Yeah, keep driving. Stephanie, keep driving. Yeah. First thing I'd do if I inherited that farm, I'd sack Beano.
Yeah.
Stop talking to the kids. Stop talking to the animals. Do some work. Get out in that field and do your job.
Yeah.
Who's paying him?
What even is your job, Beano? Yeah, I'm a professional poo mover or whatever he says. Well, fucking crack on then. I haven't seen you lick a fucking bit of shit yet. Now get on your hands and knees and pick up that pig shit. Do it.
You know, there's something I don't want to see. Rust on a wheelbarrow. What's this about, eh? He strikes me as the kind of man that doesn't know his own strength. He's like toy fighting with them all and like knocks one of them out. Like, what have you done? I'm just playing. What have you done? She's bleeding. Calling the dog Rudolph just so he can run around and they can play Run Rudolph by Chuck Berry for like 5 seconds.
Bit. I did it. I'll be honest, I ignored that bit on purpose. I saw it coming and I thought, no, get on with it. Next.
I mean, the film thinks it's adorable, doesn't it? And that's the tragedy. It thinks it's a lovely, warm Christmas present. It isn't. And you thinking it's adorable makes it so much more poisonous for me. It's oh man, oh God. Why was the goat having birth at Christmas time? Isn't that like a spring thing? Matt Baker's always banging on about that crap.
Yeah, you're right there. It is a spring thing. And it seemed to me that it was very much spring throughout the whole filming of
yeah.
Because there was literally hot weather. They're all in jumpers baking, not like
yeah, got to suffer for your art, darling. Do you notice that all the animal noises were done by people?
I didn't notice, but
honestly,
I like that kind of thing. That's
watch it again, Connell. Watch it again.
Watch it again. Yeah. Okay.
Honestly, it's as bad as moo, bah. Terrible. Unfortunately, we can't show clips from Netflix stuff anymore like we did last time. So you're going to take our word for it. Or you could watch it.
Don't watch it.
Don't watch it. Because that'll mean they get more clicks and they might make another one. God, a sequel.
Jesus. Do you know what really pissed me off? One of the bits that pissed me off the most? The little girl who said she gets the wobbles. That just fucking irritated me. You get the wobbles. I don't get scared. She goes, "Oh, I don't get scared so much. I just get the wobbles." Fuck off. That's what you saying. That is what would make me bully you at school. Got the wobbles, ha! You wanker. I've got the wobbles. You're a twat. Yeah, summed you up, and I'm right. Turns out I'm right again. Once again, I'm right on children. This one's a wanker.
Said 37-year-old Connell Dean.
Yeah.
I love the line. The teacher says, "School's meant to be fun." No, it isn't. No, it isn't. Great if it is. If it is, good stuff. But different teachers have different methods and with different efficacy. Some are very strict, but they get results. As long as they're getting results. Schools are meant to be a seat of learning. Ofsted are licking their lips at that building. Yeah. It's like, oh, little Avery failed maths and English and science and languages, but his ability to cover himself in glitter has really come along this term. Fuck off.
That teacher as well is desperate to get out of her job, isn't she? Anything for an easy ride. It's like, oh, can we come and see the goats today? What?
Yeah. Aren't you meant to be learning about like Oxbow Lakes or Igneous Rock or something? Prisms.
You've only got 2 students.
It's a well-equipped school for 2 students, isn't it?
Yeah.
Believe it. St. Bede's, our school wasn't as good as that in the 90s.
Yeah. Oh, I love that teacher, though. She's desperate to just get out of it. It's like palming them off everywhere. Like, oh, you do it today. I want to get all the village involved in their education, she says at one point. Do you now? Do you? Are the rest of the village getting paid like you are? No, they're not. Now, crack on. Come on. Pull your weight. We'll be calling him Beano 2 in fucking future.
Beano has a line in it where it says, "Who wears a tie to a farm?" I'm kind of, yeah.
Most have a thought.
Yeah. Who wears a corduroy dungarees and a multicolored jumper to a farm, Beano fella? Why don't you go have a sit down inside, colour in for a bit?
Who wears a tie to a farm? Like, when I picture a farmer, he's got a tie on.
Yeah,
like,
wellies, apron, flat cap. Yeah, I know what you mean.
Tie.
Covered in shit.
Yeah.
What was it? Our great auntie and uncle, Sean and Chrissy, remains to this day remain at a dairy farm in Ireland. Very old now. Sean's dead, sadly. But remember, she used to had shit all over her, and she'd come in cutting the bread under her arm like a rugby ball.
Yeah.
Shit all over it.
Disgusting stuff.
People go to Thailand and say it's a different way of life. Go there first. Honestly,
Ireland.
It will blow your mind.
Yeah. It's
Going to the 50s. Going on a holiday to the 50s is fantastic.
yeah.
Yeah. I mean, the acting in this is woeful. Often feels a bit harsh criticizing acting. I don't know why. People are it feels a lot easier to lay into directors and lay into like cinematography or editing. For some reason, it feels quite personal. I don't care. I do not care. The actors in this should be ashamed of themselves. I've seen better acting in my kids' nativity play, seasonally appropriate. You've got Joseph crying his eyes out and Mary picking her nose. It's better than this.
I will never trust any of them actors again. Her from Extras, I'll never trust her work again. If I see her on something, I'll go, oh, this is going to be shit. This is going to be shit. Why? Because I've seen Mistletoe Farm.
Yeah. All the good work she did in Extras just
gone.
I will not watch 2 pints in the same way ever again.
You love it, mate. Do you know what? I don't think I've ever watched a full episode of 2 Pints. I don't think I've ever got through it. I don't really get it. I don't know what it means.
Because you've thrown the remote through the television.
Yeah. Like, why has that girl got that voice? Why is
she put on a really high northern voice, didn't she?
Why?
I think an important point we haven't raised yet. Where is this fucking village? Everyone's got a different accent.
Yeah.
It's like they have absolutely no idea how money works. They're stopping in making important pitches, running animal farms where all the animals are alive. No one has a fucking job except the postman who's got the easiest route except for the odd trip to London. Yeah. Where is this? But you're right, it is like the Wicker Man. Come and join us. Yeah.
If you edited it to be a horror film, I think it'd be a bit more successful, this film.
I agree.
Because it could work as that, like this like overbearing society that needs you to stay and be the like head of the farm. It's fucking weird. Do you know what freaked me out? The baby goat comes out very clean. Yeah.
The donkey.
I've seen things be born and they're covered in
amniotic fluid. Like there's like placentas and umbilical cords and blood and it's a mess.
And he's stroking it and then gives it a little kiss on the head. That wouldn't be happening if that goat had just given birth. You would not be kissing it. You'd look at it and go, oh God, it's touching my clothes. Get the fucker away. Get a towel, Jesus. Get the bin. Go and put that in the bin.
Talk about how the property developers coming would be really bad for the animals. You know what's bad for animals? Farms. You know what happens to animals on farms? Does anyone here have a Scooby about what happens to animals on farms? Because they're not being stroked, let me tell you. Being put into some horrible, like, grinding machine. Food. Turned into, like, sawdust or something that no one needs. Oh. It's not a zoo. They're not there to have a good time. It's a farm.
Let's talk a little bit more Beano. It's hard to talk about him all in one.
There's so much to cover. We haven't got to the fucking hoedown yet.
There's a bit where he's clearly been allowed to just like ad lib and be weird and wacky as he pleases in the making of this. And there's one bit where he goes, "Oh, Big Daddy," and he says it in this funny voice, "Oh, Big Daddy, oh, Big Daddy," like that. And the director's clearly gone, Beano, you've done it again. That was one of the funniest things I've ever seen. Can you, in the very next scene, can you say that again? What, Big Daddy? Yes. Say the Big Daddy thing. Do it. So he goes, "Oh, Big Daddy," and she's pissing herself. Big Daddy, Big Daddy. Say it again.
They use the village people joke a lot, don't they? Oh, it's the village people. These are the village people. Because they were a band from the 70s.
Yeah. Yeah.
So they finish by singing YMCA. Why? Why are you singing that? Oh, because we made the village people joke. Why did you make the village people joke? Because we're in a village. What have you learned?
What did that bring to the film? Making that joke, what did it bring to the film? It was a joke. It wasn't funny though, was it?
We just covered up on it. I suppose it's time to do it. Just when I thought this film couldn't sink to any deeper nadir, there's a Christmas hoedown. And then, just when I think this film couldn't sink to any deeper Christmas nadir, there's another. There are two Christmas
They rehearsed
hoedowns.
the Christmas hoedown.
Oh, fuck my life.
Perform the Christmas hoedown.
Why?
Do I have to see it twice?
Have
Do I
you
have
ever
to see it once?
Have you ever seen a hoedown in the UK?
Nope.
Never have.
Unless
I've lived
it's
here
like
all my life and I've never seen a hoedown.
No.
This should have been more culturally appropriate for, well, let's say it's just a field in England, isn't it? A Christmas rave. Let's do it.
Yeah.
Got all them fields.
Go full Wicker Man and get him in a big Wicker Man and maypole round the fucker and burn him. That's how I like my
Christmas is a coming in.
Yeah.
Tell you what, the only person with a job is the postman, and he commits a proper sackable offence by opening that letter. I think that's, in fact, there's legal repercussions from that, isn't there?
Well, it's illegal for anyone to open someone else's mail.
Especially, you're getting sacked if a postman opens mail.
Definitely.
Ashley Jensen says, what are they? And they're sheep. Because a Scot has never seen sheep. There's no sheep in Scotland, famously. Donald, you're laughing, but there are no sheep in Scotland.
Well, it's because she was born a businesswoman.
She was born on the Royal Mile in Edinburgh, never looked up, just kept her head down the whole time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No one ever brought a sheep into Edinburgh. That's never been done in her presence.
The speech the teacher gives at the end, I wanted to scream. It's like she's essentially saying that it's just not possible for someone to raise a kid in the city. You can't care for a family whilst you're busy at work. Could that not be everyone's life now? He's got a great job and a lovely house. It's fucking propaganda by the Hallmark mentalists, this film. I found that just a little insulting because everyone watching lives that life. Sorry, we can't all fuck off to a farm. It's warped the principle that, like, the morality of this film is so far up its own arse.
One bit I did like, Ashley Jensen, is it?
Yeah.
Ashley Jensen? Yeah. Ashley Jensen's in the car with his mate. I can't remember his name. Let's call him Andy. And she turns to Andy and goes, he's going to be losing more than his job. And then she goes, if you know what I mean.
No, I don't. Free castration as well.
Yeah. You're going to cut his cock off. You're telling me you're going to cut his cock off? Am I going to witness a cock cutting?
Things have got really Wicker Man.
Yeah, this has got weird.
Yeah. You bring one Scot along and it turns into the Wicker Man.
Yeah, but what does she mean? What are you implying there? As a kid's film, what is she implying there?
Yeah. If
you know what I mean.
The big tension, let's say, at the end is where he leaves the gate for the field open. Who keeps all the animals in one field?
Someone who's not a farmer.
I grew up farm adjacent, let's say. Fields all around the back of our house. I seem to remember quite clearly there was a field for cows, there's a field for sheep, field for alpacas, field for chickens, field for ducks. They're not all in having one big Venga bus time in the middle, one big Christmas hoedown.
Why would you keep them all in the same field? Like, could you imagine putting a chicken in with a cow and then the cow stands on the chicken's back and then you're left with a paralyzed chicken and you're like, oh, fuck.
I might do that thing that cows occasionally do and just eat a mouse. Have you seen that, where a deer's just eating a mouse? You go, what aren't you one of them ones that eats that green shit?
It's going to give you the shits.
Yeah.
You're not built for that.
Them bones.
You've got one of those stomachs that like regurgitates grass and swallows
chewing
it back
the cud with a mouse in your mouse sick.
Oh, have you seen them things where they like make a massive hole in the side of a cow?
Oh yeah, let all the gas out.
Yeah, and they can like sort out the pH levels and stuff.
Nah.
That's the weirdest shit.
I think it's
And
time
that's
to
the
go
kind of thing that happens
vegetarian
on
when you're
farms.
doing that.
Yeah, you
Fannying
see
around.
that and you're like, all right, I don't want any part of that anymore.
That pitch that he does right eventually, that pitch he gives at the end is one of the worst things I've ever heard, and I wish I was dead. That would be laughed out of any boardroom. It was an insult to anyone in there. It
Yeah,
only goes and works as well. That was actually a really touching pitch. Like the one we heard.
yeah,
Don't think so. Nope, nope,
yeah.
nope.
But
Yeah. That one that made me jump out of a window. Yeah, all right, nice, sweet. Yeah.
what about his dad as well? So we're led to believe that he's inherited this farm because his dad's
Plot
dead.
twist. Yeah.
Yeah, right at the end, turns out Santa Claus / the town crier is his dad. And his mum didn't recognise him for ages.
yeah, I didn't think of that.
Ages.
Mum's like, oh, Bob.
I liked that scene where she was apologising for like withholding correspondence
That deserved
over
more.
the years. But that was so funny.
And it's also suggested
oh, it's serious now. A serious film now.
that the town crier is Santa Claus. It suggested he is Santa, which adds another layer of I mean, how the fuck could they have? Because it suggests that the whole thing was planned. They very Wicker Man again. They planned for him to come.
Yeah.
They planned for him. Planned for all that hijinks. It's like, oh yeah, right. The goat is then going to eat his proposal, and this cannot go wrong. This is fail safe. It's so simple. That's why it's great.
Yeah. Get Beano on it. He'll make sure he's done a good job.
Nothing can go wrong. Our best man's on the case. Why does that village have a town crier? Just go to the pub and say that the tax on petrol's gone up, everyone. What can I do? Don't shoot the messenger. Instead, he's going, oh, yay, oh, yay.
Yeah. Is it reserved for posh cities now? Town crying.
Camden's got one. I saw it the other day.
Where?
Camden's got a town. Camden.
Nice.
Fella comes out in 18th century garb. Oh, yay, oh, yay. Rishi Sunak calls an emergency meeting.
Last time I saw one was Doncaster. Yeah. And that's 10 years ago now. And I've had a really dry spell.
Connell, I am good friends with the town crier of Beccles.
Yeah.
Yes.
Very, very cool. So you know one. Does he have all the kit?
Connell, I've met Amy Winehouse and I've mates with the town crier of Beccles. What can I say? It's my mate, Yanni.
Hey, mate, I've nutmegged Gareth Gates and his dad, so watch yourself.
I'm almost more impressed by his dad.
Yeah, his dad's fucking good at footy as well. He's a defender.
Yeah, was he?
Oh, made him look a pillock, mate.
Sweet right foot on him. Yeah.
Have that.
There's just something they're not telling us, these village people, isn't there? There's some kind of cult or sex dungeons or something's awry. And it's like, I think maybe chemicals in the water supply. I think that, that fits.
Yeah.
And there are only 2 kids in the village. Come on, they're all infertile. No wonder they pick on a single dad with 5 kids. Yeah,
that's it. And they want the population.
Just give him the farm. It's failing. Introduce him to Poppy, not Poppy, Beano. That says a lot. And say you're his dad. Go on. Yeah, that. Oh man, hold on.
They're looking like 20 years down the line, like 5 kids, and they're all siblings, so they can't breed with each other. They have to spread it around.
Yeah.
It's going to be fantastic for numbers, but I can see us reaching maybe 50 people.
And then we never have to talk to anyone. Oh, this film's so.
And why are the developers bad guys? Like they're not doing anything wrong.
The job. Yeah,
he's the bad guy. The main guy's the bad guy. He's the one trying to sell it.
Connell. Any film with Beano in.
Fucking Beano.
He's the villain for me. You're right when you said Robin Williams. This guy's got a bit of that kind of manic ADHD energy, and I see that. But it's like a bully at school who'd like dead leg another actor boy so that he could play Joseph in the Technicolor Dreamcoat.
Yeah.
It's him trying to give Robin Williams a go.
I'm glad this is over.
Yeah, I'm glad this is over as well. This was torture. This is the worst film we've done, easily. Like the Dolly Parton one had Dolly Parton in it. So there's a redeeming feature there. A New York Christmas Wedding was unhinged, but It was like nothing I've ever seen. Not necessarily in a good way, but at least it was unique. Bad, but still. This is trash. It's funny. It's schmaltzy, directionless, weak dialogue, empty characters. It's weird, weird ideas, and the crown prince of annoying characters in Beano. It's appallingly written, badly directed, barely directed. And the only people this is for are the cast, everyone involved, and their families. So it's just like a nativity play. It's like I've watched some other parents' kids' nativity play, not even my own.
Yeah.
I'm kind of flabbergasted. I'm lost for words with how much I despise this film.
Is this the one where we should take it upon ourselves to write a complaint about how bad this is?
To God, dear God, what the fuck's going on, man?
I pay money every month to subscribe to Netflix, and I expect a certain standard. Yeah, I'm paying however much it is, $7.99. I don't actually pay. Daisy pays, but you know, yeah, I don't know how much it is. But I expect a $7.99 level of film quality per film. Yeah, I would pay $7.99 for all of these films. Yeah, and that pile of shite that you dressed up and told me is a film, but is actually not, because it, as you say, it's like a nativity play for someone else's kid, and it truly is like that, where you're watching it thinking, what the fuck's going on now? Oh, well, it's just a nativity play. Like, no one's getting paid to do this. You know, John from PE wrote the script in his fucking lunch hour. What can we expect?
He's sleeping in his car now, bless him. So there's not much else to do.
Crackhead John from PE. Yeah. And this is what was delivered to us. I want to complain to Netflix about this film. It's that bad. And they've stopped us screen grabbing clips. And I think it's because they don't want us to show this shit.
Well, we've got you. We've got you, Netflix.
Yeah.
I didn't believe in God until I realized the presence of the metaphysical. And that is that hell exists. The innermost ring of Dante's Inferno is watching this on repeat. Yeah. It made me angry. I'm angry at those who produced it. I'm angry at the people who starred in it. I'm angry at England. I'm angry at Christmas. I'm angry at Mistletoe. I'm angry at farms. And I'm angry at the fucking Lumiere brothers for inventing cinema. We have reviewed some shite on this channel. If I ever have to see a film as bad as this again, you think I'm joking? I quit. If I have to watch something as bad as this, we're not doing this anymore. Book of Noel's cancelled. This isn't a funny bit. It's really isn't a funny bit. We've reviewed 20 films, and this is the nadir of human existence. Fuck your Christmas.